They returned from the burial just before evening. The compound was unusually quiet, as if even the walls understood that something important had been taken from that house and would never return. Inside, they all gathered in the old parlor. The same parlor that had not changed in years. The ceiling fan turned slowly, making a tired creaking sound. The curtains were faded from too many harsh Lagos afternoons. And in the center of it all sat the old peeling sofa. Its leather cracked, foam slightly visible at the edges, carrying the weight of too many years and too many stories. That was where they all sat. Mama Ngozi lowered herself into the biggest seat like a queen who had just lost her crown, but not her authority. Her face was dry. No tears. No softness. Just a hardness that didn't used to be there before. Chioma sat opposite her, scrolling through her phone, her black outfit already slightly wrinkled. Addis leaned back carelessly, chewing gum like this was just another evening. Obinna stretched his legs out, restless, tapping his foot against the floor. Amara stood for a moment before quietly taking the edge of the broken sofa. Nobody spoke. Not about the burial. Not about their father. It was as if his existence had already been erased. The silence stretched, until Mama Ngozi finally broke it. "So," she said flatly, adjusting her wrapper, "what are we going to eat?" Amara blinked, thinking she had misheard. "Mama." Mama Ngozi turned her gaze slowly toward her. "Did you not hear me?" There was no grief in her voice. Only expectation. Amara swallowed. There's no food cooked yet." Chioma hissed immediately. "So after everything today, you still didn't think of food?" Addis clicked her tongue. "Honestly, Amara, you're so unserious." Amara's chest tightened. Her throat still felt thick from crying at the graveside, but she forced her voice to come out. I thought we would just rest today." Mama Ngozi's expression changed. "You think life will stop because he died?" Nobody defended her. Not one person. Instead, Obinna scoffed lightly. "I'm hungry, sure. I don't know about all of you." Chioma added, without even looking up from her phone, "Same here. I haven't eaten since morning." Addis stretched. "Amara, just go and cook something. Why are you making it a big deal?" And just like that, it was settled. Amara rose slowly from the sofa, her legs heavy, her heart even heavier. That was the moment the shift happened. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But quietly, in a way that would shape the rest of her life. In the kitchen, she moved like someone outside her own body. Washing rice. Cutting pepper. Lighting the stove. The same hands that had clutched her father's coffin hours ago were now cooking for people who had already moved on. Tears slipped down her face, but she wiped them quickly. There was no space for weakness here. Not anymore. When she brought the food to the parlor, they ate without hesitation. No one said thank you. No one asked if she had eaten. Instead, "This rice is too soft," Chioma complained. Addis frowned. "The stew is too salty." Obinna pushed his plate slightly. "There's not enough meat." Amara stood there, staring at them. For a brief moment, she almost laughed. Because it didn't feel real. But Mama Ngozi ended it. "You need to do better," she said coldly. "You're the first child." That sentence landed like a chain around Amara's neck. The next morning came too quickly. Amara had barely slept when Mama Ngozi called her into the same parlor. The peeling sofa looked even worse in daylight. Mama Ngozi handed her a folded piece of paper. Amara opened it slowly. Her eyes scanned the words. School fees. House rent balance. Food. Light bill. Her hands began to shake. "Mama, what is this?" Mama Ngozi looked at her without emotion. It's what we need. Amara's voice cracked. But I'm still in school. The word hit harder than anything else. Amara stared at her, waiting, hoping for something more. Some reassurance. Some guidance. Anything. But it never came. Instead, Mama Ngozi leaned back into the peeling sofa and said the words that would follow Amara for years. You're the first child. Start acting like it. From that day, Amara's life stopped belonging to her. She woke up before sunrise and stepped into the chaos of Lagos, carrying trays of akara and puff-puff through busy streets, shouting until her throat hurt. She walked under the sun until her skin burned. She came home exhausted, only to meet demands. Amara, I need money for my hair, Chioma would say. Amara, my clothes are old, Adis would complain. Amara, I need new shoes, Obina would add. And Mama Ngozi. She never asked. She only expected. The more Amara gave, the less they appreciated her. It was as if her sacrifices became invisible the moment she made them. One evening, after one of the longest days she had ever walked, Amara entered the parlor again. The same peeling sofa. The same people. Nothing had changed. Chioma looked up. I need money. I'm going to Lekki tomorrow. Amara dropped her bag slowly. I don't have any extra this week. Silence. Then. The slap came from nowhere. Sharp. Sudden. Mama Ngozi's hand. Don't you ever refuse your sister, she said, her voice dangerously calm. Amara held her cheek, tears spilling freely now. I'm trying. I'm doing everything I can. And it's not enough. Adi snapped. You're just lazy, Chioma added. Obina shook his head. Always complaining. Amara looked at them one after the other. Her family. The people she had been breaking herself for. And in that moment, something inside her shifted. Not loudly, but permanently. After that day, Amara stopped expecting love from them. She still walked. Still gave. But her heart slowly began to detach. Because she finally understood she was not their daughter. She was not their sister. She was their survival plan. And deep down, Amara knew one thing for sure. One day, she would leave that parlor with the peeling sofa. And never come back the same girl again. She will finally choose herself, her peace go to where she's valued. Please like, comment and subscribe to Tales by IB if comments part 2 if you love the story. Thank you.